Hi, welcome to today's tasting note. It's a special wine I'm doing today. It is my favourite wine of all time. The reason that this is my favourite wine is not because it's the best wine I've ever had, but it's because it was at this winery that I finally understood the concept of terroir, and that sort of eureka moment stayed with me. I was in the vineyards with a glass of wine in my hand, and I could smell the dust and there was the breeze coming in and everything, and I just finally got that concept of wine comes from a specific place. So I don't know what the wine I was trying at the time was, but I assumed a bunch of wine merchants on a trip to a winery wouldn't be necessarily being poured freely the most expensive wine that they produce. So I've just sort of put my favorite wine as their entry-level wine, which is this Pinga de Torto 2007. This is from Quinta de Macedos. It's an estate owned by Paul Reynolds, and I bought quite a lot of this throughout the years when it was available, the 2007 vintage. I've also got a few remaining bottles of their 2005 Quinta de Macedos, their top wine. And I just thought I'd just try them throughout a decade or two. And this is now 14 years old, and I thought I'd open up a bottle, share it with you, and just and let you know what I think of it and how it's tasting now. And this is what's wonderful about wine is that if you get a really good one that doesn't cost a lot of money, and to be honest I can't remember how much this cost, but it wasn't a lot. You can chart it. You can buy yourself a dozen bottles and just chart it throughout time and see how it evolves and what happens to it. So, nose in the glass. This has been open for probably about an hour and a half. When I opened it, it was incredibly tight and dark and intense and spicy. Grapes are, I think, Touriga Nacional, Tinto Origin, Touriga Franca. Yeah, it is. This comes from the Torto Valley. So Pinga is drop, and Torto is the valley where the little river, which is a tributary of the Douro, in Portugal. So you're getting a really lovely blackberry aroma to it. You're getting this. There's a sort of slightly warm compote and a bit of a spicy character coming through. There's black pepper. There's a bit of clove as well there. This really nice clovey element is really coming to the fore. You might hear barking in the background. That's indeed Jerry going crazy. And you've also got this very, very interesting sort of. It's almost like I was gonna say damp, dried leaves, but in a really good way, sort of forest flory, that sort of aroma to it. This is interesting. I think it's just about to start its slow deterioration. It's lovely. It really is nice. It's got sort of slightly dried sour cherries. It's got a bit of more of that pepper, more of that clove. There is a little bit still of slightly sweeter, slightly jammier fruit to it, but that's really calming down a bit. You're getting cocoa and chocolate. Actually, quite a lot of cocoa and chocolate on the mid palate. And then there's licorice at the very end. This really nice licoricey character kicks in. It's almost like, those licorice all sorts, the little jelly ones with all of the little sugary balls on them. It's like that. I don't know what they're called, but it's like that. This is delicious. I mean, it really is. I mean, it's a food wine. It's a wine that really will benefit with something, Mediterranean vegetables or some sort of meaty dish. It would really work with that. But it's just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful wine. I mean, it's not available anymore. It's you know, this is one of my cellar, and it's just beautiful. I've still got a few bottles of this left, so I'm going to keep trying them over the years. I might even do more videos of them in a few years' time when I try the next one. But this is my favourite wine. It's delicious. I'm incredibly grateful to Paul and Raymond Reynolds for taking me on that trip many years ago. That gave me that eureka moment, and also Danny Cameron, who was working for them at the time. And it's just a beautiful wine. I love it. It's my favourite wine.